Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the
So if I have
question.
TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you can answer that. I'd like to change directions real quick. Do you receive personal employment, salary, compensation, or benefits from ByteDance?
Yes, I do.
What is your salary from ByteDance?
Congressman, if you don't mind, I would prefer to keep my compensation private.
Okay. Do you personally have any company shares or stock in ByteDance or Douyin?
Congressman, if you don't mind, I would like to keep my personal assets private.
Hello and welcome. In today's episode, we dive into the swirling vortex of politics, technology, and culture. Today's topic, the TikTok ban in the US and Canada, a saga that has gripped the world. So let's unpack the situation from the reasons behind the ban to the widespread reaction it has triggered. And I'll share my 2 cents on what this means for us as a digital citizen. Now let's start with US government's opinion.
Can you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users. We do not. The only face data that you get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are. And
why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
And that data is stored on your local device and deleted after use if you use it for facial. Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe. It's our understanding that they're looking at the eyes. How do you determine what age they are then?
We rely on age gating as our key age assurance.
Age
gating, which is when you ask the user what age they are. We have also developed some tools where we look at their public profile to go through the videos that they post to see whether...
Well, that's creepy. Tell me more about that.
It's public. So if you post a video, you choose that video to go public, that's how you get people to see your video. We look at those to see if it matches up the age that you talked about. There are more than 150 million Americans who love our platform. And we know we have a responsibility to protect them, which is why I'm making the following commitments to you and to all our users. Number one, we will keep safety, particularly for teenagers, as a top priority for us. Number two, we will firewall protected US data from unwanted foreign access. Number three, TikTok will remain a place for free expression and will not be manipulated by any government.
At the core of the US government's decision to ban TikTok on federal devices is a profound concern over national security. Policymakers fear that ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, might share the vast amount of data it collects from its 100 million users with the Chinese Communist Party. This fear extends to worries that the CCP could use the platform to spread disinformation and propaganda. Despite ByteDance's assurances to the contrary, there have been instances where the app was found censoring contents critical of the CCP, such as videos about the Uyghur ethnic group or the Tiananmen Square protest. In a broader context, this ban is not an isolated move. It extends from a history of scrutiny starting in 2019, involving investigations by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, and various executive actions aimed at either forcing a sale of TikTok to the US company or establish a better data privacy control. Now, looking at the public opinion and criticism, the American public's opinion on this matter is complex. A Pew Research Center survey highlights that more Americans favor the ban than oppose it, with particularly strong support amongst those who are aware of TikTok's Chinese ownership. However, Opinions are divided, with the younger users and platform users less supportive of the ban. This division reflects broader debates on the privacy, national security, and free speech. Maybe, just maybe, the divide is because of traditional view of thoughts from the older generation and a view that apps like TikTok are destroying society. But with younger generation, it's a lifestyle and it's a new source of income. Critics argue that banning TikTok might not effectively address the underlying issue of privacy and national security. They point out that the problem of data collection and disinformation is not unique to TikTok, but pervasive across the digital landscape, including US platforms. Furthermore, there is concern that a ban could set a precedent that other countries might follow, potentially imposing similar restriction on US companies and harming global digital commerce and communication, perhaps. The TikTok ban is part of a larger trend of digital scrutiny and regulations. Several states and universities in US have already implemented bans, and countries worldwide have imposed their partial or full restriction on certain apps. This global patchwork of regulations reflect widespread concerns over data security, privacy, and influence of foreign government in the digital sphere. Now, in my opinion, TikTok ban illuminates the intricate dance between national security, personal privacy, the freedom of expression, and the commerce in the digital age. While protecting citizens from the foreign surveillance and influence is paramount, the solution may not lie in our outright bans, but in robust data protection laws, transparency, and international cooperation to address the root causes of these challenges. As a digital citizen, we must stay informed, question the motivations behind each decision, and advocate for solutions that protect our rights without restricting the innovation and openness that define the internet. The TikTok saga is far from over, but it's a critical chapter in the ongoing story of our digital lives. One thing is for sure, that the importance of apps like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram in our lives as a society from digital age is enormous. Our businesses, our lifestyle, even our education is now tied to the social media apps. The financial impact of banning either one of those apps would be unimaginable. The reaction from it would be unimaginable. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to keep questioning, keep learning, and stay engaged. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.